Hi friends, it's Tracy from the Financial Freedom Diary, and today we're going to be setting up my Erin Condren Deluxe Monthly Planner for the month of November. I use the Deluxe Monthly Planner as my budget planner. This first page is the page that's going to contain my sinking funds, my debt tracker, and also my sinking funds transaction log. I have about, I think 9 or 10. 9. I don't know why I can never remember. 9 sinking funds. I try to balance between savings and paying off debt. Since I have a long debt-free journey or debt payoff journey, I have to make sure that I can cover certain expenses when they come up, and I try to save for them all year long. The newest sinking fund is the insurance, and so I'm trying to first save up for my renter's insurance. And the washi tape that I'm using is from Jim Holt's Ideology. I got this from Joann's when they were closing a store near my job. My debt tracker section. Okay, these were black and white colorful boxes, and I colored them in with a black Sharpie, and I used a gold UV pen to write in the headers. And I waited about a day between coloring them in and writing on the headers, just to make sure that the ink didn't saturate in with the ink pen that I was using. Now this next page is what I'm going to use to do my weekly goals sheet for my cash envelopes. You may see some little dots. Those are like X's that I put down, and that's how I know where to lay my washi to kind of make it a little bit simpler laying out this dot grid. I know a lot of people aren't comfortable working with a dot grid, but I'm used to working with a bullet journal, and so it's a little bit easier for me to work with actually than working with lines. And this is where I set spending limits on my cash envelopes, and it's only four of them that I like to set a spending limit on. It's groceries, restaurants, household, and personal. And I'm going to be using a squad goals sticker book to help decorate the right side of the page, and those dots came from a really huge sticker book that I picked up from Joann's. I have been trying to use up these dots for a very long time. And so I'm using fuchsia and pink this month. And I also use those fuchsia and pink dots on the calendar view when I lay out my bills. Okay, this next page is what I use to set my monthly goals. And this month I'm going to white out around the kaleidoscope from around in November. Even though it's my birthday, I'm not going to list that on there. I really want to track other people's birthdays. And I'm going to use that box again as a quote box to help motivate me this month. My 4 monthly goals are 15 no spend days, 2,500 to debt, and to list all my accounts that are connected to my checking account at my bank that I've been using. I've been with them for like 25 years, and so this is a little bit of a break um, for me, and I want to make sure it's a smooth transition. So, my quote for this month is Dream with all your heart. And now for my no spend tracker. I tried to slack up a little bit on my no spend days to kind of give me a rest for the month of November since the holidays are coming up and I know I'm going to want to shop. I do have my budget for my Christmas shopping, and so I can't overspend what I have in my sinking funds for Christmas. There's a certain debit card that I'll be using, and once it's gone, it's gone. I'll be saving up for Christmas 2020. Oh, and my fourth one was reduce my internet charges. Still just checking my account, making sure that I don't get billed for um, those Xfinity mobility charges for that person using those phones on my account. And also, I've been logging in every single day, just making sure there hasn't been any new logins to my account. And that is the reason why I thought it was an inside job, because the person actually logged into my account, and you would have to be somebody that had access to login information. That's not something the average person is going to be able to get. And it's honestly not something I actually remember. Like, I can't just sit here and tell you what my username and password is for my Xfinity account. I don't know. Not off right off my top of my head. Not right off the top of my head. I'm getting tongue tied, y'all. This page is my cash envelopes weekly summary. This is where I log my beginning amounts in my cash envelopes, what I spent, and what the ending balance is over the course of the weeks. So I classify my weeks as Sunday through Saturday. And so there's 4 Sundays this month. And I'm just noticing my handwriting's just crooked. I think it occurred to me later on that I needed a little writing distance so I could put like week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4 down there. Okay, the next page is going to be my cash envelopes transaction log. And this is where I log what I spend out of my cash envelopes, not my checking account. The only time I put a transaction that came from my checking account is when, let's say, I need to make a purchase and it's going to be online. I will track that debit transaction, but I'll also go to the bank and make a deposit to put the money back into my checking account. So no double dipping for me. And the last two pages will be like my paycheck number 1 and my paycheck number 2. And I'll finish decorating those once I do my paycheck to paycheck budgets. So you've probably already seen my paycheck number 1 video where I added more to that one. And now for my monthly view, this is where I lay out all my bills for the month and my paydays. And this is how I know what bills are coming out of what paycheck. The allocated spending plan was the first thing that ever gave me visibility into that. And it has helped immensely. The calendar setup is more of a visual representation of that same thing. And so if I don't like the way my bills are laid out, I can then work and get them moved to a different date, or I just pay them out of a different paycheck. Like when I had a Chase credit card, it was due on the 28th of the month. I didn't like that, and so I used to pay it out of my first paycheck. So it was always paid before it was due. And I will be adding a little decoration on here, which you kind of like. I put a little tree in there, and that was really cute. And I'll be putting down a sticker also for Black Friday. Not like I'm going to forget to go shopping, but I will put a sticker down for that. And I'll be putting a sticker down on the 27th for my birthday. So I remember to spend a little time doing what I want to do the day before Thanksgiving. But I know I'll be cooking most of the time. And the fuchsia dots are my monthly bills. And when I put down the light pink, those are going to be my debt payments. Even though it's just my student loans, I will be targeting 2 loans this month. And I'll also make a interest payment. So that's going to occur like on the 1st. And I'll also make a target payment to Fed Loan F to help get that one paid off this month. And then the second one, I think it's about the 21st of the month, I will be making the final payment on Fed Loan F, but I'll also be making my first targeted payment towards Loan G, probably on the 19th, just to help pay it down. And I did see that on Fed Loan's website, they've changed how many payments you can post in a month. They have a maximum of 8 now. And they're also processing within 2 days, which is an improvement because it used to be 3 days. And that sucked. I chose this fuchsia to match those dots, but I'll probably pull that up. I don't like it. I like more script stickers versus that one. Okay, here's a final flip through of how it all turned out. Yeah, I'm definitely pulling that to-do up. Thank you all for watching. You have a super fantastic morning, afternoon, and evening. And thank you all for continuing to support me. Bye.